Hi, I'm JC the NP. Welcome to another video. Today's a question from a viewer. They're an FNP working in a neurology clinic, and their MD is training them to work in the inpatient setting so they get a better idea of what happens in the inpatient setting, okay? And the question is, as an FNP, can you work in the inpatient setting? Here's the answer. Short answer is yes, okay? Long answer is maybe, maybe not, okay? Scope of practice is not dictated by setting. I'm going to repeat that again. Scope of practice is not dictated by setting. Scope of practice has three things: population focus, education, and training. Okay, and training. And training. Okay, so population focus. Is this the population group that your education allows you to take care of? As an FNP, I'm going to assume yes, because it's birth to grave. Okay. Now, that being said, there are some in our profession who don't understand scope of practice. Okay. For instance, in Ohio, there is a program director who is attempting to get the state board to change scope of practice because she doesn't understand scope of practice. Okay. Because of that, and because of the push from people who don't understand our profession, my recommendation at this time would be to go ahead and get an acute care NP, okay? And I would let your collaborating doc know that you have to do this in order to work in the inpatient setting because of the current political problems in the NP profession, okay? There's a lot of problems from a political standpoint in our profession right now surrounding scope of practice, and most of it has to do with oversaturation. Acute care NPs are having a difficult time finding jobs because they find that the jobs they want are filled with FNPs, so they're using scope of practice in order to try and change that, when the reality is setting is not, and I'm going to repeat this again, setting is not a portion of scope of practice. It has nothing to do with scope of practice, okay? Nothing. It's population focus, education, and training. Make sure that you document your training with your doc, but to be safe, because of the problems in Ohio right now and other states, I would definitely pursue an acute care if I was doing inpatient setting, okay? So the unfortunate reality is the answer to your question is yes, you can, but probably should get an acute care postmasters, okay? Just to be safe in case the person who is attempting to change scope of practice in Ohio becomes successful even though they don't understand what scope of practice is. Remember, it's not about what's accurate, it's about what happens in a lobbying effort, okay? So you have to understand that part of it as well. So answer is yes and no. But the recommendation is go ahead and get an acute care just to cover yourself moving forward, okay? Any other questions? Y'all know how to find me, jcthenp@yahoo.com, or hit me up in the comments section. Y'all have a good day.